As jurors in this case, you have several duties. First, it is your duty to determine the facts in this case from the evidence produced in court. Second, it is your duty to accept the law as I will instruct you, regardless of what you personally believe the law is or ought to be. Third, to reach a verdict, you are to apply the laws to the facts, and in this way decide the case. With regard to your duty to determine the facts in this case, the evidence you are to consider consists of the testimony of the witnesses and exhibits which I have admitted into evidence. It has been my duty to rule on the admissibility of evidence. You must not concern yourselves with the reasons for these rulings. You will disregard any evidence which either was not admitted or which was stricken by me. In determining what facts you have proved, you should consider all of the admitted evidence. Every party is entitled to the benefit of all the evidence, whether produced by that party or by another party. Exhibits may have been marked by the court clerk and given a number, but they do not go with you to the jury room during your deliberations unless they have been admitted into evidence. The exhibits that have been admitted will be available to you in the jury room. The law does not permit me to express my views about the facts or evidence in any way, and I have not intentionally done so. The law also does not permit me to try to influence your judgment as to the believability or credibility of witnesses. You are the sole judges of the credibility of witnesses and of what weight is to be given to the testimony of each. In evaluating the testimony of any witness, you may take into account the following factors: the opportunity and ability of the witness to observe the facts, the accuracy of the witness's memory, the witness's manner while testifying, any interest in the case or bias or prejudice the witness may have shown, the reasonableness of the witness's testimony considered in light of all the evidence, and any other factors that bear on believability and weight. If it appears to you that I have expressed my opinion concerning the evidence or the witnesses at any time, you must disregard that opinion entirely. With regard to your duty to accept the laws I will instruct you, you should consider the instructions as a whole, and should not place undue emphasis on any particular instruction or part of an instruction. The order in which the instructions are given has no significance as to their relative importance. The lawyers may properly discuss any specific instructions they think are particularly significant. With regard to your duty to apply the law, the fact that the defendant has been charged is only an accusation. You are not to consider the filing of a written charge or its contents as proof of the matters charged. Your decisions as jurors must be made solely upon the evidence presented during these proceedings. The lawyer's remarks, statements, and arguments are intended to help you understand the evidence and apply the law. They are not evidence, however, and you should disregard any remark, statement, or argument that is not supported by the evidence or by my instructions on the law. The evidence is the testimony and the exhibits. The law is contained in my instructions to you. The lawyers have the right and duty to make any objections which they think are appropriate. Such objections should not influence you, and you should make no presumption because of objections by the lawyers. You have nothing whatsoever to do with the punishment in case of a violation of law. The fact that punishment may follow conviction cannot be considered by you except that it may tend to make you careful. Throughout your deliberations, you will permit neither sympathy nor prejudice to influence you. You must not let your emotions overcome your rational thought process. You must reach your decision based on the facts proved to you and the law given to you. You are officers of the court and must act impartially and with an earnest desire to determine and declare the proper verdict. To reach a verdict, your decision must be unanimous.